Hell yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I mean. What you looking at?
The before? He looking at the before?
He trying to see the before. I'm trying to get him right. Bring him back to life. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Cuts by Reggie back with another tutorial. Today we got my man Teddy, a fellow barber in Diamond Cuts, and we just gonna get him cleaned up, man. Starting with the number 2. I don't remember if this the last length that we went down on, but he is thinning up front. So as you can tell, I'm not going all the way to the front with the 2 guard. So we want to make sure that we comb it. His hair is kind of thicker, so we're not brushing it right now. We're just combing it down, making sure everything laid down the way it's supposed to. You want to make sure you're following that wave pattern. Here we go with the 2 guard. When I was going over it first, it was a 2 guard close, but we're gonna just tap the front. This is a 2 guard open, just to get everything. We don't want to go into it as even as the back of it because of the fact that it's a little thinner up front. Sometimes you got to know the hair that you cut, and you want to make sure that you're going over it correctly before you leave patches in someone's head. So you just want to make sure that you're paying attention to the pattern, the way that it grows. Maybe they got cowlicks up front, maybe it's a little thin up front. So you just want to keep an eye on the way that you're cutting someone's hair. Here we go. We're gonna go into the taper. This is a 2 guard, I believe. We got it open or closed. Look like we got it closed, and we just going up. We're just getting that bulk out the way. Just getting it prepped before we actually start jumping into the taper. Here we go with the 1 guard. I don't do his taper too light. He like to keep a little darkness around the C-cup, so we go in with the 1 guard closed, making sure that we pulling the skin, playing with the lever of the clipper. You know, just working our way on up. Close, open. Then you go to the 1.5, close, open. Same process. Here we are with the 1.5 guard. You want to make sure you're pulling the skin, because that skin, pulling the skin, it just helps it evens out your surface a little bit. It gives you a smoother surface to play with. So you just want to make sure that you pulling on the skin. You're not pulling it where it's stretched too much. You just want to make sure you put a little tug to it so you can see where your fade lines are. And here we are. You can see the process just a little bit better on this side. As y'all know, I don't do a lot of tutorials, so I'm always working on the angles, trying to figure out the right way. And here we go, going into it with the 3 guard. We did two close going with the grain, so just to nudge out that little dark spot to get everything, get that extra bulk out the way. We're gonna go with the 3 guard against it. Drop down to the 1 guard, all the way close. Like I said, he don't get his balled out or too light. He still like to have the C-cup, so we just going with the 1 guard and just nudge at that line. And as y'all know, I don't put hard lines in. I just fade my way on up. So I go close, work on it open. You know, then you might close it a little bit, get them extra lines out, but it's just how I go into my fades. Everybody does it different. When I'm telling you things on this tutorial, it's never to say that the way that I do it is the only way or the correct way. It's just to give you tips and give you the way that I do it to achieve the look that I'm going for, that me and the client have agreed on. There we go. As you can see, the fade is already out. It's easier when you're starting with that 1 guard, rather you know, next to you going bald fade. You know what I'm saying? It's easier. So you want to make sure you pull that ear down just to get that extra fade in the back. This the OG Walker glass spray that I put on the lineup. I've used it a few times. Not gonna lie, not the best to me. I still like to use the razor edge spray that I've used in previous videos, but it gets the job done. It definitely gets the job done. You just want to spray it a little around a little bit. I brush it in. I take me another brush it in so it's not as caked on. And the reason I brush it in is because I don't necessarily blow dry it. Blow dry it, for some reason, to me, it always just seems too sticky for me, so I just let it air dry, and then while it's drying, I go to the back taper and then finish the job. Same process. It is a little bit lighter in the back. I got more room to play with, so we did start with a no guard all the way open, and then we working our way up into the crease of the that bottom wave. I don't know, the occipital bone. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we stopping our taper there in the back. Here's the OG Walker, the whole foam. So I've used different ones. I've used regular wrap foam and wrap lotion. I use whatever comes to me. It's really just getting that moisturized in the hair. And that in this process, I'm also putting the wave cap on after I do a brush session. Or not the wave cap, I put the do-rag on, blow dry it, and it just helps it lay down a little bit better before you get that line on there. And here's my double brush method. If y'all seen me do this before, I'm taking a medium brush and a hard brush. The hard brush, it pulls the hair, it stretches the hair out a little bit more, and then the medium brush kind of just goes over everything. You wanna learn all these tips and trades. Not that it'll give you a better effect or it makes stuff this or that. It just helps you to know different techniques to achieve the look that your clients, that everybody sitting in your chair is looking for. And here we are just knocking the wild hairs down over the waves. You want to make sure that you go over not only wavers, but anybody that's sitting in your chair to get a cut, whether it's an afro, even with the nappy sponge look, you want to make sure they still left out with a neat look. Unless they tell you to completely not touch the top, you want to make sure that you making sure everybody leave out there with a neat haircut. No matter if it's a sponge, wave length, nappy taper, or anything. You want to make sure everybody's leaving out with a neat cut. And here we are just lining everything up with my trusty T-outliners. I've bought a lot of trimmers lately, but nothing beat them T-outliners. I might change clippers, but them trimmers here to stay. Make sure you check in your mirror, man. Your mirror never lies to you. I promise it won't. And now we just going around the front, tapping the mustache. We're gonna get the beard. Somewhere in here my camera cuts off on me. Not that my camera cuts off. I received a phone call, answered the phone, forgot to hit record, and I missed a few steps in the cut, but you will still get the same, you will still get to see how the haircut turns out, because I was able to notice it before I forgot to at least get the full the look. As y'all can see, as y'all can see here, I'm hitting it with the fiber. All right, so what I like to do when people get enhancements, I like to hit it first with the color enhancement, whether it's Kiss, whether it's Tune 45 or whatever you're using. And that's the process that we really missed in this video. But as you can see, I'm hitting it with the fibers. I'm not getting too close on it. I'm still using my Shine Cuts hair, the color card, because it just helps keep everything in line. You know, it helps keep everything in order. So as you see, I dab it with a towel. The reason I dab it with a towel is because when you spraying them fibers on, it can be heavy sometimes, and sometimes it just look fake. So I like to sometimes I'll go over it once, dab it with a towel to kind of lighten the darkness of it a little bit, and then I'll go in, spray over it again. Sometimes they just look fake, so you just want to make sure that you can at least get it where it's not so bold, so noticeable to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna notice it, of course, but There's nothing wrong with learning different techniques. Like I said before, as you can see, I got the color spray on them already. I use Tune 45, and as you can see here on the other side, hitting them with the fibers. And when you lay them fibers on, you can see that it just looks dark sometimes. So I take a towel, dab it up a little bit, you know, just to give it the little natural blend look. Whatever helps, man. You got to make sure you're doing whatever helps you, whatever helping your clients achieve the look that they're going for. And here we are now with the final look. My man came in on a Sunday. We be so busy in the shop, I can't never get him on regular days, so we had to come in on a Sunday to get chopped up. I got my man Crispy. Say it with me now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Crispy. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. More videos on the way.